Back at everybody to Warlord of SBAS plays Torment ties his Numenera, episode 23. Last time we explored a little more Cliff's Edge. Found out we can basically turn ourselves into Wolverine, which is an idea. Some later. Then we talked to random people, and now we're talking to PQ again, because the mother, whatever her name was, wants us to convince him to choose a path. So let's continue talking to him. I want to know about your past. You already know everything important, he says. He isn't making eye contact. I don't care. I don't care about where I come from. All right, the future is what matters. It can help you make the best decision if you don't tell me about. I can't help you make the best decision if you don't tell me about yourself. I need someone else, so a little more. Sure. Convince him.
Updated my journal.
Updated my journal. Fine, Piku groans. You asked, remember. Get off his eyes and begin speaking as fast as he can. My parents come to the city with a tribe of people like me. I was born in the underbelly. My first memory is of someone spitting on me. My only friend was a girl named Crooked Queek. We had to play in an alley so the normal kids wouldn't hurt us. When I was 12, someone killed my father in a bar. It wasn't even investigated. He blinks hard and staring at the parlor. So I left and I haven't seen anyone from the tribe since. Left and live off scraps in the dark. I'd rather die up here than down there. How'd you earn your money? It shouldn't have time, Hugo said proudly. I went from shop to shop asking for work. Some of them kicked me out, but others let me sweep once a week, or cook, or I've done nearly every job in the city at least once. The smile drops off his face. No one ever wanted me to stay, though. They thought I've scared off customers off. His mouth twists. They were probably right. Alright, then ask about your past. What Piku says Piku quickly. No. I can think of a better use for your money besides changing your parents. He said, huh? He says, blinking rapidly. He thrusts out a belligerent lip. Like what? Strength fails, beauty fades. Use the money to get an education at the Order of Truth.
Making a note.
Critical success. Samples spent on effort restored. I know what you're saying, Piku says, but I worked hard to save up my shins. Why should I give them to the Order of Truth? Oh, dearest, Callista says, shaking her head. I understand. You want to escape your body. Who doesn't? But an education will do more than enrich your prospects. She waves a contemptuous hand at the clerical parlor. My colleague is correct. Flesh rots, dear. Our minds are the finer tool, the unbreakable one. I understand, Piku says, casting one last longing look at the parlor. And guess what? That's why I was hesitating. I don't want to spend all that money on temporarily fix half my problem. He gives both of you a tentative smile. I'll talk to the order. Thank you. Aha. Go get learning.
Yes.
I did it. Mother, I did it. Be proud of me. If anything, her angry muttering has intensified. She dragged the chain off the beads, pretty knuckles staring into space. Well, what now, my lad, she says. He talked to you about PQ? Aye, what of him? I have solved his problem. Have you? Mother Tennis eyes unfocused and her fingers trace the borders of the hollow bead. Maybe you did, she says at last. An indication will last him and lifetime, or until his mind fails him, as it does some. She shakes her head. I know you did what you thought was right, but I wonder if the lad will use what he learns to overthink his problems from higher up. She roots about the saddlebag hanging at her hip. Take Cal, lad, you earned it.
Making a note.
Yay. Off with you. You've done enough here. So it is a shield. 15 to evasion, 2 to might pool. And you're just 15 to evasion. Star Kiss. Next enemy that makes a melee attack on this character gets knocked down. I like this one more. So I can give how about our front fighter can have it? That would make sense. Front fighter. Oh. Never mind, that's two-handed. So we're a thief then, I guess. Thief. If anyone attacks, you can dodge. Can I give you a knife? I have a knife. Yeah, I do. I have a knife. Knife to meet you. I'm sorry. That was horrible. Alright.
Imagine the largest number you can think of. Multiply it by itself, as many times as itself, and you will have gotten very nearly halfway there.
I didn't think it was possible, but you just made my head hurt more.
Oh, sure, that's right. Alright. Hawker. Talks to the woman. Hawker.
With alacrity.
Alright. So that her building hasn't fallen yet. It's only because I have only slept once so far. But I know if I don't fix the problem, her place will fall in. But if I let it fall in, I could actually buy one of these floating orbs if I wanted to. Not sure what use they would be, but I could. Random stuff.
Alright.
Stuff to loot. Woot woot. Talk to you kids later. I'm gonna loot these things first because, well, looting. Use stitches.
Yes.
Alright, kids. What's up? Zeb. Hello, Zeb. A boy in rags holds out his hand as he passes. He is far too gaunt for his age. His knuckles stand out on his fingers like knots on a twig. Any chance for a family in need? Yeah, sure. Thank you, sir. Good fortune to you. Is this your house? It doesn't look safe. We know. That's why we stay outside most of the time. Ever since Evenia noticed that some cracks been around the walls. We only get in there, change our clothes and stuff. Tell me about your family. He ducks his head. Yes, sir. That's 4 of us, counting my father. But he's gone to the boom, and we don't know when he'll be back. I guess I really don't think of him as family. I wish we could. We could do more for him. I'm Zeb, and he points toward a little girl kicking a rock in the circle. An older girl who is playing a flute. You notice that they look considerably more well-fed than Zeb. That's Nim, and my little sister, the girl with the flute, is Evina. She's not actually my sister, but she's still family, and there's no one else. That's it. Tell me about your father. What is his name and how long has he been in the bloom? His name is Zeb too. Zebek. Uruli. It has been a year at least. He went to work for the Memvora for a while. He sent Shins back when they stopped. But then they stopped. Haven't heard from him since. He squirms uncomfortably. The bloom's like that, though. Sometimes it doesn't let. Excuse me. Sometimes it doesn't let anything out. I figure he's just waiting till it opens up again. What if he's no? He's fine. I'm sure he's fine. What do you know about the bloom? My dad always called it the schist hole. What do you say it was the schist hole full of shins? So we was gonna pull up his boost and wait in. Excuse me again. He shrugs. I don't know much else about it. They say it's a monster and the people live inside. You can see it from the cavernary. And we did. That's what the thing I pointed out earlier. The living thing. But they don't let anybody down there. Well, they don't let me down there anyway. It looks scary to me. I can't believe Dad went down there. What do you know about the Memvora? She's the boss. Excuse me. Jeez. She's the boss of the bloom. The mayor or something. My dad works for her. He's one of her guards. Yeah, he's probably dead then. Is Nim okay? This life must be hard for her. She's okay. Doesn't know anything else really. She misses her dad though. His eyes cloud. She never really knew her mom, so at least she doesn't miss her. Tell me about Evina. She's been with us since before Dad left, but she's never said where she came from. Maybe she doesn't know. He looks across to Evina. I'm glad she's here. She notices things. Better to look out than I am. And she gets to say a lot of shins with her flute of hers too. If your father doesn't come back, I know a place where you can find a new home. It's called the House of Empty Time. We're not orphans. Our dad works in the bloom. He's coming back. Unless he's definitely coming back. Let's see something else. Alright, sir. Does anyone else live back here? Used to be a lady who lived next door, a nano sorceress. But she disappeared a while back, and there was a family 2 doors down. We heard them screaming on the night their house fell into the sea. He shows and looks away. My sister Nim was friends with their little girl. Wonder if I came the very first day if some of these people would still be there. That's one of the cool things about this game. It's one of the very few things that I've noticed that are actually affected by time. The only other thing I noticed was the execution, that's it. The girl in Pashtana kicks a pebble while reciting in the sing-song voice, joy, 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 sorrow, joy, sorrow, joy, 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 joy. Watch her play, I guess. Joy, yay! She looks up at you. I got 5 in a row. She shrinks back in as she realizes she's talking to someone she doesn't know. My brother usually talks to all the strangers. Can I ask you some questions? Whenever she glances at the older boy nearby, I guess. Tell me about the game you're playing. It's called Sorrow and Joy. I made it up. She starts kicking the pebble again. First with her left foot, then with her right. You have to kick the rock left, right without stopping. That's joy. If you kick it twice with the same foot, that's sorrow. 5 joys in a row means you win. 5 sorrows in a row, you lose. Is there any reason you use the word sorrow? I don't know. It's just like sorrow. Sorrow. Joy, joy, joy. What's your name? Is this your house? My name is Nim, and this is my daddy's house, but he's not home right now. Only me and Zeb and Ava and Mittens, the monster, live here now. We're waiting for Daddy to come back. He said he'd come back now and then. I hope it's now. Tell me about Zeb. Zeb is my big brother. He takes care of us. He has a knife. Well, that's good to know. Who is Avina? She's my sister, who isn't my sister. She plays the flute. Why isn't she my sister again? She always been here. Where's your father? He's in the Bloom, being a watchman. He's coming back any day now. Daddy's strong. I miss him. Yeah, I'll talk to Matt about Mittens in a sec. Can I ask you about your neighbors around here? Oh, made her cry. Her eyes filled with tears and she looks down the road toward one of the fallen house. My family used to live over there, but she... Brother interrupts. It's a good name. You don't have to talk about that. Gives you a quick shake of his head carefully. Wipes his sister's eyes. So, who's Mittens the monster? He's our friend. He lives in the alley. Mittens is nice. I think he's sad, but at least he got us. Zeb turns towards Nim suddenly. Nim, I told you not to talk about Mittens. He looks at you with the cheapest grin. Sorry, sir. Mittens is Nim's imaginary friend. He doesn't really exist Maybe I can answer your question. He knows. Yeah, Zed knows everything. Yeah, actually, Mittens is this guy. What about you, flute lady? The girl stands outside the trembling old house, playing the flute. She wears a simple dress, and her golden hair falls up past her shoulders. The melody she plays is gentle and soft, but it somehow carries to every corner of the street. As you approach, she stops playing and smiles up at you with the large green eyes. Chins for a song, sir? How much? It's 8 chins for a sad song, 12 for a happy one. Why are sad songs cheaper than happy songs? Because there are more of them, sir. Sad but true. I don't know. Play me a happy song. Just for fun. Thank you, sir. This one will give you a lift.
I feel better.
Girl lowers her flute and looks up at you. Do you want me to play another? Oh, wonder if anything happens if I do both songs. So sure. Thank you, sir. This won't break your heart. Girls lowers her flute. Do you want to play another? No. Waste enough money on that. So it gave me boost. What boost? Oh, it's a tip. Temporary condition that affects character stats and actions. 5% willpower. 5 to intellect test. Sweet. Your flute playing actually has a point. That's good.
I'm ready.
Let's talk to Zeb about the monster now. Once everyone gets out of my bloody way. The boy salutes you as you approach. Good to see you again, sir. How can I help you? Can you tell me anything about the area? Hardly anyone comes through here anymore. It's nice and quiet, I guess, but then they're rest at Cliff's Edge. You're not gonna tell me much about them, are you? Can I trick them into telling me more? Answer some questions if you want. No. You're not gonna tell me anything, are you?
Of course.
Fine. I'm gonna talk to it myself. See if I care. Excellent. Hello.
Making a note.
Partially hidden in the trash of the dump is a strange and frightened creature. It is covered in chitin like an insect, but its shell looks thin and soft. And its small malformed claw seems half-grown. It stares at you from its hiding place and chitters incomprehensibly. It exudes a sense of sentience as it watches you, but you sense nothing in its mind, as though it were a common animal. What are you? Creature makes a vague motion with its claws and emits a series of clicks and wet, guttural noises. Oddly, as the smell of dust and lightning, you smell dust and lightning. Some of the sounds are reminiscent of a human with a digestive trouble, but you're very certain it is some sort of form of language, which I do not know, I assume. How'd you get here? It waves its hand, clicks the claw, then pauses as if waiting for a response. The odor of ozone is stale and air surrounds you. You make no reply in its language. It shakes its head vigorously and says nothing more. Where are you from? And blah blah blah. You tell me anything about this place? Blah blah blah. Something about the creature's behavior is familiar, and you realize that you, or at least the training god, have spoken to the beast before. Not skillfully, but you know enough to understand. Try to remember this language. This is actually a good thing. Aha! I did it. A mercury memory comes to you. Small box rests between you and the patient. Stitches. The muscles jerking and twitching, and the device translates your words and thoughts. Your muscles twitch in sympathy with those memories, and you realize that the stitch's tongue is a jumble of scant movement and sounds. With the memory information pours into your mind as if the plug had been removed. The smell of granite fills your nose. As your vision fades, you realize that the creature language is yours. What is Stitches doing up here? It clicks and sends to resolve themselves into words in your head. Tunnel live below, but bad cloud not dig, not eat, not home, just his family. And the scent of it uses is one of the desolation and abandonment. A great void within the earth. Sent above ground to die. Aww. You were sent up here by the Stitches way. He holds up a malformed claw. Not good. He presses its shell, which bends like leather, soft like grub. Not strong. Not dig. Not eat. Not worth. Trash. Rubble. Not even not nail tunnel. Stitches dig for food. What do you eat? He makes a digging motion, dragging his claw against the ground. Then he, with his other, he fans the stubby. Sounds like someone's miming a bright flash. Dig, make sparks, eat sparks. Not dig, not make sparks, not eat hunger. If you can't make sparks to eat, why haven't you starved to death up here? He points down the alley. Baby brown grub feed. It shows you a heap of small electrical devices, all drained at ventures, sparkle shells, sparkle tubes. It points to it itself and smells of flint and steel. Eat. Its scent is gratitude. Is the burrowing of the stitch responsible for making the house collapse here? He nods and chitters. Stitch is no care, grub, homes, break. No dake, Stitchy idiot. Stitchy die. And tap it its chest. Not dig. No claws. No grub. Home break. What are you doing in the garbage dump? Yellow shell, grub, steel, leave here. An immense fear scent of rotten air and underwater fluids. Floods. Not speak. Dangerous. A man with a yellow shell left you in a cliff edge. Do you mean the man with the yellow skin?
I'll remember that.
Its odor became strong and hard rock, mixed with veins of ancient metals. A tense affirmation. In other words, that guy put him here. Are you the guy everyone's looking for? You know ways to form claw of affirmation. Send a most that is lost from it. Alright.
Yes, child.
Alright. We're gonna finish here for today. Oh. Unless these kids want to barge in. The scrawny Zeb reaches out as you pass. Sir, please, sir. I know you saw the stitches hiding in the midden. Please don't tell anyone about him, sir. He's not doing anyone any harm. You saw his hands. They're like human hands. He can't dig like the others. It's not him that's bringing down the houses. Yeah, just think you're safe with me. Thank you, sir. Your lifesaver, sir. Now, if only we could get him to safety. My sisters to you. We found him, sir. My sister and I, and he was so pitiful, near to starving, near to dying. We've been feeding him old devices of power cells ever since. But we've got to get him out of there. The neighbors will find him soon. And that'll be the end of him. He's family after every bit as much as Nim and Evina. You feed him power cells? Stitches eat electrical energy. We can't find nearly enough for he's starving. Maybe I can find a way to get him out of here. Can you, sir? That would be wonderful. If you can find the other Stitch, and maybe they'd help him escape. I heard some of them are down in the underbelly, but I've never seen them myself. I'll try. Thank you. He smiles. I had a feeling you could trust. I could trust you. All right. Oh, like I said last time. Until next time, remember, embrace the chaos, or you'll go mad. Bye.